about me every night, oh, is it that sweet I get so? Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Think about me every night, oh, is it that sweet I get so? Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso.
Gangsta. What's up, fam? What up, boys? Who's all here? Who are all these awesome people here on Friday? Who's everybody? Are you here today? Can you hear me? Are you out there? Are you out there? Hello. Banana, na. Banana, na. Are you out there? Who's here today? Who's here on the Friday for the pump? Who's here? What's up, Foxy? What's up, Dino? I can hear you. That's good. What's up, Buckstar? Esp? Don't kill the rally. Too bad, buddy. Too bad. If me saying anything kills the rally was never meant to be. It wasn't strong enough. Brr. What's up, Dan? Bearded Wanderer, good to see you, bro. Really hoping to see more time under 60K. We had a long time. We had 6 months around 60K. Oh, I'm always, you know me, I'm always hitting them Dan Flashes sales. This one's actually one of their cheaper shirts because it's not that complicated of a pattern. Nothing can stop this train. What's up, Hendrix? Nothing can stop this train right here in this chat. Feeling the good vibes. It's just good to see green, dude. It's good to literally see anything. I was like, I don't care if it crashes. I just don't want to see 62 to 65K like for months more. Like, I can't handle the number. What's up, Pickle? Jesse? Mr. Grump? Your meme president is here. How you doing, bro? What are we memeing? What's up, Randy? Digital content. How you doing, man? What's up, Slippers? Mr. Slippers? Old man Corsax. What's up, brother? Above 75K opens the door to 150K. Well, we're above 75K. We're actually above a lot of really meaningful levels. I was calling for a test of the 200. Oh, what's up, Mr. William? Welcome, William. Good idea, William. Make sure you're subscribing, following along, liking, sharing the stream with friends, tapping the screen. We called the rally to the 200 day. That was an amazing call. That it was so counterintuitive. It was so against what we felt was going to happen. But here we are. We've traded up to 80K now. We blasted through the 200 day. I was calling for a test of the 200, but I was not calling for a price to just explode through the 200 day moving average at all. I did not. You caught me off guard. Since we started this bear market, essentially I've been saying as long as we're below the 200-day moving average, my outlook is bearish until probably about the end of the year, October, November. But I've always included that if we trade back above the 200, if we can retake the 200-day, and that's all the way down here, sitting at 69,000, which is actually now an 11% move downward to reach. As long as we're trading above there, we may be looking at something different. We may be seeing the bear market end no matter what time, no matter when we retake that level. And here we do. Here we do. What's up, Sinead? XLM to the moon. What's up, Dylan? I think we go back to 68. I think it's very possible. A back test of the 200-day. We did see that in the last bull market, the last end of the bear. Back in 2023, we broke the 200-day, just like we broke now, which is actually really, really interesting. Lots of momentum. We had very low volatility, compressed volatility, like all-time low sentiment, and then boom, price just escaped to the upside, blasted through the 200-day, and it did come back to test that 200-day as support. So is 68K possible? Definitely possible. I think something important to remember about that test, though, in 2023 was the U.S. government sold Bitcoin, and it was like a big FUD moment. People were not convinced that the bear market was over. We had traded from 15 to 25, and people were largely looking for a move, I'd say like to the 40s and then back down to like 15K. People were still very bearish. The U.S. government sold Bitcoin, and we tested the 200-day and bounced. That could happen again reasonably. I'm going to update my stance. Like I said, if we're below the 200-day moving average, I'm bearish until the end of the year, until the 4-year cycle low plays out. If we're above it, I'm bullish. Let's go. I don't know if I'm ready to call like right back to all-time highs. Like no matter what happens, it's not going to be only up or only down. There's going to be long periods that will just drag out, that will convince you no matter what that you're wrong. Whether you think it's going up or down, you're going to be like, I'm wrong. It's just moving sideways. But over the last 72 hours, Bitcoin has flipped from certainly bearish to potentially bullish, potentially looking to break the 4-year cycle. It is possible that we look back on today and say that was the 3rd day of the Bitcoin bull run. Day 3. How does that sound? It might be a little early to call that. It might be. But I'll be damned if this isn't looking awesome. What do you guys think? What do you think? New York, what's up, brother? My guy, New York, shared the live. I appreciate you. What's up, Mitch? Who else is here? Who else is here? If you're here today, put something in the chat. Let me know. The pullback will be epic. You know, this is different. Like, we're ahead of schedule. Up until the last 72 hours, we were exactly at the 4-year cycle. Exactly where we would expect to be. Exactly in line. And this really has changed it up. This is really blindsided. I would say this move has pretty much blindsided everybody. Your video is interesting to watch. Thank you, New York. I appreciate you. What's up, Chris Pax, my guy? Charles, what's up? How you doing, Charles? Skate Crow, skate or die, baby. Mitch, let's rug pull it. All right. What do you guys think? Buy or sell? We're only, the weird part, you know, you're saying, oh, we're this far from the all-time high. This is the weirdest part of this whole thing, though. 54% drawdown is absolutely destroys all models that could be made based on the last cycles. Like, this drawdown is so small relative to all the other drawdowns. It's like nowhere near previous bear markets. I think that logic would suggest that maybe it's not over. Maybe this is a fake out, right? Maybe we are looking for down here. Or we're just looking at something different. I think we can argue that the bull market, the all-time high, and a lot of the price action was something different. Even though the timing was really on point, it fits into our 4-year mold. But the upside was honestly like not even there. We went from 69,000 to 126,000. We didn't even 2x from all-time high to all-time high. That broke pretty much all of the models you could have made looking at the previous all-time highs. About 20K, to 69K. Nice, 250%. It's possible we're looking at something new. Either way, I don't know the future. You don't know the future. I think it is worthy of just enjoying this, right? It has been the worst, slowest, most boring, honestly, 4 years of crypto I've ever seen. Alts absolutely let us down, crushed us. Just enjoy it. What's up? Is that Cross? Remove Xenix? Why? What's that? I can't even see them. What is it? What's Xenix slippers? Something, thank you. What's up, Blue Mountain Fire? How you doing, man? Casper. Hola Blue. What's up, Big Don? Brian. Dante. Henny. JSAC. Crunk. 𝐂𝐴𝐧. You were the first one. 𝐂𝐴𝐧 was in this stream within 5 seconds of me making it. Goated. What's up, Rory? Matrice. What's up, Matrice? It's interesting to see some ladies in the chat again. That was not happening over the last few months. Is this day one of the bull? I mean, I would say technically, all right, if we are in the bull, this would be day 2. I'll say day 2 because or 3, right? Or 3. Like closing above the 200 day would have been the signal. So it's 2 or 3. What's up, Riley? How you doing, Riley? Me Meat, Mr. Foxy. Too much sausage. I know, way too much sausage. Dude, yep, Hendrix spot on. We got robbed. No matter what we want to argue about, like, I don't know, math, percentages to the upside, downside, whatever. Like, no matter what we want to say there, we got absolutely decimated in, like, Euphoria. This was it. We had Euphoria here, April of, like, right here, all-time high pre-halving. And then we had a little bit, right? A little bit of Euphoria right here, mostly with altcoins. And that was it. All of this was shitty and painful. None of it felt good. Like, outside of these tiny windows, it all felt terrible. It really looks more like that. We got robbed. This has been the most brutal, emotional cycle that I've ever experienced, which is really weird because we barely moved down from the all-time high. Like when we moved from 6K to 3K on Bitcoin in 2018, it was really scary, but that fear was like really concentrated. It was like a sliver of time. Here it's just been like submission to the fear. Like, well, this is just going to keep hurting. We're just going to keep being hurt. It's brutal. Huge bear div. What time frame you're looking at? Happy Chill more here on the day. RSI is cooking on the day. Absolutely. Lower high, much higher high in RSI. Are we bearish here, booty? It's hard to be bearish, isn't it? Suit coiners. What's up, Alexander G? Good to see you. People think $17,000 weekly candle is a trap. It could be. Nothing is off the table yet. The dynamic of the chart has changed. Definitely has changed. We went from absolutely in a bear market to the doors are open to either direction now. Closing above the 200-day was the first step. Close this week up here. Close out August up here. Things get pretty convincing. But lows aren't off the table yet. I wish they were. Lows are honestly never off the table. They're always kind of lurking. They're always around, right? Say less, you're all in. Get it, booty meat. What's up, Kent? Lee followed. Thank you, man. You would think they'd want to burn the longs. Well, pretty much only shorts existed for the last, 9 months. The amount of longs that you could have jammed in here, I would be surprised if the market was net long. Like, who was long right here? So there definitely was like net neutral positions, people long and short, yeah. But very, very few, very little capital, I think, was totally all in, totally long. Just going sideways through July and August. I think net, the market is still caught short. I think that this is a squeeze of shorts. Even though I haven't seen funding really suggest that, maybe I should look at funding again. Let me pull this up. Let's take a peek at funding again. Funding is not showing a short squeeze. It is showing people are longing, but barely. Barely. Neutral rates almost all across the board. BingX slightly under neutral. This is kind of weird. It says Bitcoin open interest weighted funding rate. I guess those are shorts from longs from earlier. I don't know. But currently, everything's at neutral rate. A real good time. This is a solid song. Thank you, DJ 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍. Always hooking us up here. This is a little bit bearish funding. It's above the neutral rate. 0.1. We're 13% above the neutral rate. But it's nothing crazy. When we start uptrends, we do see bearish funding. In the sense of we do see above the neutral rate. That is very normal. What is usually a sign of a squeeze is when you're rallying and you see shorts opening more and more and more, and you see that funding rate go negative on a rally. That's typically indicative of a squeeze. Open interest fell on this little candle on the 17th when we traded from 63 to 64. Open interest dumped, and now open interest is really just sideways, even though we continue to rally. To me, that suggests that traders are not opening leverage longs in the kind of, I don't know, FOMO-y way we saw them here in February. Opening shorts. Like, this is traders FOMOing in opening perps. That funding was a lot of negative, so likely a lot of shorts. I think that a lot of perpetual traders are sidelined. I think that is a very strong setup. Very strong setup. Potentially sustainable. Potentially. You think it'll fall back a bit? I don't think that's a bad guess. I don't think it's a bad guess. I would assume a back test of the 200-day. Even if we're full bull, like bottom end, bears or Rekt, still would expect a back test of the 200-day. I have an idea. Bears Rekt. There it is. There it is. Even if the bottom is in, even if it's full bull only up from here, right? Still probably looking for a back test. It's not going to be only up or only down. It can absolutely continue up and rally higher and put in more pain to the shorts, but nothing goes up forever. Only up forever. Bitcoin has had 2 insane closes in a row, and it's looking to have another insane close today. Check this out. On Wednesday, we closed above the 200-day moving average. That was the validation for my bullish thesis. That was it. Yesterday, we managed another phenomenal close. Check this out. So we took the 200-day on Wednesday, and we retook the major bear market trend line yesterday. Today we opened above it, and we're just cruising like a missile. Check this trend line out. This trend line is all the way back here. (2017) to the bottom in 18. If you go to the weekly time frame, it actually looks cleaner. Here we are. 2020 tested it, closed above. The last bear market tapped the bot, just tapped it, and then entered the bull market. Boom. We lost this level back here in June, and that was honestly a really scary event. We back tested it in June, traded lower, and here we are. There it is. dailies closing back above that trend line. That's back-to-back strong closes, meaningful, technical, strong closes on Bitcoin on the day. Back-to-back, baby. Bitcoin dominance is rallying. We can take a look at Bitcoin dominance for sure, too. That's my type. 2 in a row. What's next? Right? I think the next upside major area, probably right here. 82. This high. That would give us a higher high. That can make it very interesting. Very, very interesting. Bear div on the day. Let's see. Just I didn't take my Claritin today. Still bear div on the 2-day. I wonder how far out we have to get to get rid of that. 3-day. We're not even overbought on the 3-day, guys. What's up, Coach John Academy? Sharing the live, my guy. Thank you. Right at the overbought line. Right at 70 RSI on the 3-day. It is still bear div. The problem with assigning bear div right now is the rally hasn't confirmed a reversal yet. So you can look here and say, oh, wow, there's bear div. Yeah, but if price continues to push, right, you end up getting rid of that bearish divergence as price can continue higher. When you have like a meaningful sign of reversal, then you assign, okay, here's confluence to that meaningful sign of reversal. Doji close or something. And they have like a red doji close on the daily. And you say, hey, it looks like the daily is reversing. Okay, well, we have bearish divergence as well. That is a compounding factor or confluence to that. That helps support my argument. Calling it while the rally is like still in a green candle is preemptive. And I think while it could be successful, I think it's kind of seeing what you want to see in a way. Assigning like what you want price action to do. Likely in the direction of your trade. But it's also just, I think it's a trap to getting kind of false signals, getting bad signals. John Wick, what if we go straight up forever? About time. About damn time. Let's go straight up forever. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Crazy we could be a few days away from 6-digit Bitcoin. I mean, at this rate, if we continue at this rate, we'd be there really soon. Really, really soon. By Wednesday. I don't think I'm ready to call that we're going to continue this kind of slope, right? For a week. Doesn't really tend to be how we move, but hey, crazier things have happened on Bitcoin. If we continue rallying, if like we don't sell off this weekend and next week we continue rallying, unfortunately, I'm going to start getting this vibe though. Anything? Like if we rip back to like 93K, I'm going to be definitely getting like 2019 vibes on the high. We'll see. We'll see. Don't think they're going to keep paying all the longs? Yeah, funding is positive, so longs are paying shorts. I think it is important to just conceptualize the balance of longs versus shorts throughout all this time. 300 days. There were definitely some shorts opening here in January. Definitely some shorts opening here around like April, May. Or not shorts, sorry, longs opening around January, longs opening around April, May. But since June, at least since June, like they got cleared out. And since June, how, like realistically, how much like long do you think is open? Like net long? I think very few people. I think it has been complete capitulation, complete submission to the market over the last few months. Even myself, I'm a perma bull on Bitcoin, and even I was like, dude, I don't see it on the chart. I don't see an argument for being long right now. I did always caveat that with an asterisk and saying, but above the 200-day, we can change that. But I see no reason to be bullish below the 200-day moving average. That's what I've been saying for months. There we are. What's up, Auto Trade? Welcome, brother. Pickle, GM. How you doing, Alexandra? Considering the prior peaks. Wait, what are you guys chatting about? If an extended cycle, the blow off top is yet to come. Wouldn't that be crazy? That'd be crazy. You know what I think would be the most painful possible outcome of any of this price action? Right? Like, just up. Like, all-time high. I was thinking about posting this just to FUD everybody. All-time high and then back down. I think that would absolutely wreck everyone, myself included. I think I might FUD everybody with it. We need FUD on the way up because we need people not to believe the rally. Like, if this rally is real, we need people to short it. We need liquidity for longs. We need average Joe to be like, nah, it's too risky. It's the only way we rally. Powell Droz, do I think this is simply a bull trap? I think it would have been simply a bull trap had we tested the 200-day and yesterday and today, we were back below it. If we were hanging out below 69 or around 69K, then it would have been simply and easily identifiable as a bull trap. Easy. This is what I'd been talking about price action even doing for like the last 2-3 months, was test the 200 and then fall for another leg. This still could be a bull trap. Absolutely. But it isn't simply a bull trap. There is technically, the chart has changed on a technical level. This went from a completely one-sided bet to now it's up in the air. I don't think it's decided. I don't think the future is set in stone yet. I think that the battle is basically on. We've retaken the major trend line I was worried about. We've retaken the major moving average I was worried about. The doors are open, boys. The doors are actually open. It's the first exciting moment since October of last year. Let me refresh the chat. What's up, Sky Limit D? Thanks for following, brother. The future is 100K. I do know this, regardless of if we do explore new lows this year, if we do trade below 58K, or if we trade up to a new all-time high, or regardless of that, if this is a bear trap or a bull trap or whatever, Bitcoin will trade back above 125,000. I would say the latest possible 2029. Something tells me probably earlier than that. Maybe 27, maybe 28, maybe 28. Probably 28, early 28. The real question is, do we get an all-time high before halving again? I wonder. Imagine Bitcoin rallying back to all-time high while exactly chill more. S&P, NASDAQ, all of the SpaceX, all these big stocks and indices have topped out and they're moving down. It would be the perfect setup for Bitcoin to do something incredible, like incredible. Bitcoin absolutely flushed out everything. Everybody's flushed out. Everybody was flushed out. The only people who are not flushed out from this range were the people who were never leaving, like us. The guys in this chat. Everyone else was flushed out. Easy. Stocks were at all-time high. There was no reason to be in Bitcoin. Bitcoin had lost 50% of its value while stocks like doubled. Gold and silver were like doubling. Things like SanDisk had exploded. There was no reason to be in Bitcoin, to be in crypto. What if indices topped out while Bitcoin bottomed? The ultimate setup for punishment, the ultimate setup for the capital rotation. That would be, whew, buddy. I don't even think I could handle that. That's too much. It's too much. I do know if that is happening, that we're going to be here live. You're going to be here with me. Taking a look at Bitcoin versus NASDAQ gives you a little different idea here. This is a really spicy chart. Kevin Mio. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, brother? Eventually, Bitcoin will follow that yellow trend line. Hell yeah, it will. Hells yeah. Absolutely. This trend line is gorgeous. This is my favorite thing all of the last cycle. losing this trend line in June was very spooky, though I we knew it was going to happen. Like there was no way that the bottom was going to be in February. No way. I'm surprised we retook it so quickly. And this is, for me, I was saying this earlier in the stream, retaking the 200-day moving average on Wednesday was the biggest bullish signal for me, period. I've been talking about it for months. No problem, no rejection. Yesterday, closing back above the trend line, back-to-back crazy strong closes. This rally, there's something to it. There's something to it. Doesn't guarantee that the bottom is in. There's no guarantees of anything. Doesn't mean we can't trade back down, but like, my guys, pay attention. It's time. It's time to pay attention. It's time to lock in. Even if there's more pain ahead, and there's always more pain ahead, it's time to lock in, for sure. Dude, John Wick, that'd be awesome if everything all the other assets crash and Bitcoin runs. Money rotates from Nasdaq to crypto, from AI to crypto. Oh my god. Did I sell in October? Nah, dude. I sold many of my alt positions. I sold. You guys saw me sell Ethereum at 5K. I sold. I don't even know. I sold Monero at some point along the way there at 750. Like I sold a bunch of tops on alts, but I did not sell. No, I did not sell my Bitcoin. Honestly, I don't really mess with my spot Bitcoin that much. For me, my Bitcoin wallet and my spot holdings is kind of like a one-way street. I have and will at times sell some of it, but like I'm talking 1%, maybe like 2, it's never like half of it. It's never a chunk. It's just a little bit. It's for me like a one-way street. I only like to see that quantity go up. And so typically I'll open shorts if I want to sell instead of sell. Because for me, over time, I know if I just keep getting more Bitcoin, I trust that Bitcoin's price will appreciate over time. I don't know what degree, I don't know to what percent, right? But in my brain, if I just keep getting more Bitcoin, it is always a matter of time until Bitcoin sets a new all-time high in price. And then that means I have a new all-time high in my portfolio. So I don't usually kind of maneuver with my spot. Altcoins for me is more of like a chop, kind of I'll get rid of my spot positions or whatever. But Bitcoin I typically just hold on to and let it run. Try to just stack more and more. Dude, such a big rally. Such a nice rally. What's up, Sky Limit? How you doing, dude? What's up, Abdullah? You were sure until now that around 48K would have been the bottom for Bitcoin? I think that was logical. Honestly, I would have expected lower. The bottom being in doesn't make any sense to the previous bear markets we've seen, but there are arguments to be made that the bull run also made no sense. And when I say made no sense, I mean when you look at it maybe from just like a statistical point of view, like, well, every bear market we see a diminishing return on our all-time highs and all-time lows. We see a diminishing return, but the diminishing return like capped so much harder, really clamped down. We didn't even see a 2x in 4 years from 2021 to 2025. We didn't even double in price from all-time highs. So it is maybe it makes sense that our bear market low also doesn't line up with the previous bear market lows. We've seen 94% or something. I think it was like 2011 or I don't know, like 90% retracements, then 85% retracements. We saw 77% retracement in the last bear market, and now we're only looking at like a 55, 60%. Maybe the diminishing returns. Maybe it applies to the down, like to the bottom of that equation as well. It's interesting. Is the channel from 2022? No, that channel was from way farther. That was from 2017, before Bitcoin had even traded to $5,000. It is a very powerful, very big boss boy channel. But let me look at this. Bitcoin versus Nasdaq. This is really the spiciness, and I think that this could give us early confirmation versus Bitcoin against the dollar. Check this out. Bitcoin versus Nasdaq. A much more bullish chart. Its all-time low, or not all-time low, its bear market low was in June. It set a higher low in August. We broke past it, I'm going to guess, in the last 3 days. Technically, it gave us like a day earlier, I'd say, signal. But on Wednesday, no, Tuesday. No, this is wrong. The scale is wrong. Why is it off? Today's Friday. There we go. On Wednesday, it broke above its July high. It's continued higher. But here is something I think that you should look out for. Here's some alpha you're likely not going to catch elsewhere. I like to give you guys this stuff. If Bitcoin against NASDAQ breaks above March's high, but Bitcoin USD has not, that is a very compelling signal that Bitcoin USD will look to break above its high. That would put Bitcoin at 60, or not 60, I'm sorry, 83, 84K. Check that out. This chart looks way more bullish than Bitcoin against USD. Way more bullish. Let me see if there's anything else juicy on here. Wow, look at that RSI. Overbought. Rejected from oversold. Whew. No bear div here. Here's another cool argument. I know people are looking at this rally today and saying, bearish divergence. They're right to do that. This rally has been powerful. It makes sense to be on alert for bearish signals. But against NASDAQ, we don't have it. We have a higher high in RSI. We have a higher high in price. No divergence there. Boom. Boom, baby. 2025 was easy and predictable. I don't know. For me, it wasn't, because it was just so foreign to... we've been doing this 7 years. I've been covering Bitcoin full-time live for 7 years. And that just got me used to a certain level of volatility, a certain kind of movement, energy to Bitcoin, and that really changed in the last cycle. Largely changed. What was I looking at? I was looking for, I'll just like throw on moving averages, take a look at this, see if there's anything much different. Unlikely to be much different. This is going to mirror the chart pretty well. You know, let me see. I know I have another chart of this that I've worked on before. Check this out. Why do you think about 𝐬𝐶? Didn't you ask me that yesterday? Didn't I already tell you? I think 𝐬𝐶 looks good. I just don't like it. I just don't like it for me. The chart looks strong. From maybe I'm being biased here. Like, I've been doing this, like I said, 7 years. I try, and I've gotten better over time at not being biased and catching my own biases. And I can even just openly admit here, maybe this is the time I'm being biased. But the chart is great. I think you're retesting 725, 726, whatever, your previous high. I think this chart, if it was any other asset, I'd be like, well, you're probably just looking for higher lows and you're eventually looking for a breakout. For me, I just specifically don't trust this chart because the amount of FOMO involved back here in October of 25, this is what everyone was buying that was buying anything. New people entering the space were buying 𝐬𝐶 if they started in this time. That's a lot of weak hands. And in the past, pretty much every time that scenario is happening, that high doesn't break. Or it does, like maybe it does break and then it falls down. The chart that comes to mind as like a really easy reference for what I'm talking about would be Ethereum. God, my neck is so tight. I pulled something doing military presses. I told you that yesterday. Did something. Basically, like Ethereum. Like, just Ethereum was so hot. And in this bull cycle, it just went to all-time high, broke it by a little bit, and then fell down. And I think that is because it was just so hot. It was what people were buying. There was a lot of selling pressure. And I'm just skeptical. On top of that, with the exploit of the orchid pool, I don't know the details. Whether or not that's a systemic issue or an issue that was fixed or didn't have any real impact, to me, it was an issue that other things just don't have, and you're just adding on that risk. That's how I feel. I still have 𝐬𝐶. I didn't like panic sell my 𝐬𝐶 or something. Like, I know I bought some and took profit on it, but like I still have whatever spot I had, and I'll hold it. But out of all the things, like it just seems that it's going to be extra risk, especially if the whole market is going to get hot again. If we're in a bull market and everything's going to start running, this one's already up at its highs. There's likely other ones that have more ground to make up. I don't even like to talk great about Solana because this is another hot one that I think is going to encounter a lot of resistance. This is probably the example I should have used about 𝐬𝐶. Solana was like the golden child in the last run, and in 21. If you entered crypto, you're buying Solana in 21, basically. And what happened? You went back to that high, you broke it by a little bit, and then you dumped. The people who were stuck here got out. Liquidity here exploded, and market makers and whales took your money. That's what I'm worried about with 𝐬𝐶. It's my real concern. So do your own thing, right? Just be careful. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. 𝐒𝐫𝐽? What's that, dude? What's up? Walking waves with Jesus. How are you, man? You know why pump, Tanner? I think the best explanation as to pump for Bitcoin and for crypto right now is the US Treasury. Typically, we look at the Fed for quantitative easing, basically to imagine money into existence, but the US Treasury is, in my opinion, getting stuck in an easing spiral. It was on Wednesday, they announced that they were going to double their bond buybacks in attempt to push down the tail end of yields. In an attempt, well, yeah, I'll leave that there. The tail end of yields. And then on Thursday, the Treasury, or Basant, came out and said, doubling is probably not enough. We got to more than double. So in 2 days, we went from, we're going to double the amount of money we're going to imagine to buy back our own bonds from ourselves to push the yield down. Think about that. That is not a solution that works. You're making up money to buy your own bonds from yourself. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And when you start doing things like that, you inevitably get caught in this whirlpool. As soon as those tail ends start moving up again and breaking highs, they're going to have to do more. They're going to have to do more. And eventually you're just stuck in this position where you either indefinitely and like exponentially print money, or you just let it drop. Like you just let it go. And at that point, you've pulled that bowstring so hard by imagining this money buying more. Now, instead of it being just a little arrow shoot, you have it all the way back because you just kept going until you couldn't take it anymore. You let it go. And now you have a snap in the market. I think crypto and Bitcoin are juicing off of the spiral, the potential for easing from the US government just getting out of control. That's what I think. That's my best explanation. I got sidetracked. The US government is the single source of inflation for the dollar. So it's not the Fed. Sound like a panicking. What am I panicking about, Baker? I was explaining why I think Bitcoin and crypto are running right now versus a month ago. And I think it's because the US government, the US Treasury, committed or stated they're going to double their buying of bonds from themselves, from 2 billion to 4 billion on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, coming out and saying 2 billion, 4 billion is probably not enough. Probably have to do more than double. Nothing panicky about that. Just being realisms. Looking at different pairs for Bitcoin here. Bitcoin versus gold. It's interesting when you look at Bitcoin versus gold or NASDAQ, they're both more bullish, in my opinion, than Bitcoin against the dollar. Look at gold here. I'm not panicking. I'm American, baby. Bitcoin versus gold looks like it's absolutely heading to 17.918. I've never panicked, baby. You think I'm panicking? Cool as a cucumber, my friend. Bitcoin versus gold looks like it's heading to 18 again. That's May's high. Hasn't broken out yet, but check this. That is a beautiful reversal. Beautiful reversal bacon in there. I was looking for my Bitcoin versus NASDAQ chart. I guess I can't find it. Whichever one I had. I know there was one where I was talking about how maybe it's because it's USDT. I don't know which one it is. I know I remember talking about it being like, man, it's about like if it doesn't reverse here, it's gonna retrace its entire run, and that's never happened. And I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Whatever, I'll find out later. Musical Magnet, what's up, dude? Baker, yourself, if you're saying that PMI has been up for 4 months, and that's always been a sign of the economy doing well, I'm not arguing any of these points. I'm just reiterating. And therefore, crypto as well. Well, I mean, by your own argument, why? What the hell has been going on for the last 4 months? Because crypto and Bitcoin have not been doing well, right? If it's been well for the 4 months, and that's a logical reason, why things are good, then what the hell? What's going on here? I don't have the answer. Nobody has the answer. No one knows for sure why Bitcoin and crypto are running specifically right now. But I think this is what I always go with. I think the best, most fitting answer when you look at the timing is the US Treasury. You can also say the FOMC minutes. Kind of don't think that's really it. But on Wednesday, those were the two big things. The FOMC minutes, US Treasury, and then, Trump had the CFTC and the SEC meeting, but I don't know. Nothing was really said there of substance. I guess you could throw that in. But the timing is perfect for those things. Correlation is perfect. What's up, Anoop? BTC going to be a lower high and then a lower low. Gingerbread man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thomas being humble. He has all the answers. What? I have an answer. I have all the answers. I just don't know which one's right. There you go. Bitcoin against SPX. If we want to just strictly say chart perspective, what's going on? I can point to the Ichimoku cloud gave us the green light. Ichimoku cloud on the daily gave us the green light to pump it. Do I like Canton? I don't really know anything about it. I don't own any. So, neutral. Ichimoku cloud gave us the green light. We talked about this back in, I want to say July, probably a month before the cross, because it prints out about a month. Mid-July. Talking about the cloud crossing. A change in wind, says the Ichimoku cloud. However, what we really talked about was a weakness in the cloud. When the cloud twists, you see this little pinch. I call that a weakness in the cloud. I actually don't know if that's real textbook TA. Weakness in the cloud. And I said, if we're going to break out, keep your eyes peeled mid-August, basically August 18th, 19th. Because that weakness in the cloud has often been an escape hatch in my experience of observing the Ichimoku cloud. The Ichimoku cloud twisted, price had traded sideways. Boom. Green light. You got the cross up above the cloud, Ichimoku cloud giving us an incredibly bullish signal. It's not just on the 1 day either, I don't think. Maybe it is just on the 1 day. What's kind of cool is, actually, this is as cool as it is scary. Check this out. So I was just talking about the Ichimoku cloud on the day giving us the green light. That's not ideal. Check this out. On the 2 day, oh God, oh sweet, no, help us. Check this out. On the 2-day, we have the exact same signal. And that timing is a really spooky date. October 14th. Right around where we would expect like the 4-year cycle bottom would be. Exactly a year from like October 10th or whatever. Oh my. I don't like that. There we go though. Keep an eye on October 14th. I think we already were. What's up, BTC Buck? How you doing, brother? This move was also because even if Congress didn't pass Clarity Act, CFTC will make their own rules. I would prefer the CTFC make their own rules over the Clarity Act. I do not think the Clarity Act is bullish for crypto. I don't think it is important. I don't think it is what people think it is. I think it was crafted by bankers for bankers, not for us. Okay, the 2-day did have a cross up. The 3-day also had a cross up. Boom. Right into the cloud though. 3-day twisting very slowly. Ooh. 4-day crossed up. Ooh, a little Avicii. 5-day crossed up. 5-day giving us a 93.3. I love how Bitcoin hasn't moved at all while we were live. Retracement soon, Crispy? I wouldn't bet against it. Clarity Act is garbage, says Jolin. It's always garbage. Literally no one has read the Clarity Act. I would agree that literally no one has probably read it in its entirety, period. It was probably like AI drafted. Pension funds need the Clarity Act passed to legally regulate and invest in crypto, though. I couldn't tell you the exact details of that being true or not. To my knowledge, aren't ETFs a vehicle that will allow that? Isn't that true? Do I think Bitcoin will still go down? I think it's a terrible bet to say Bitcoin will only go up. I think it will have retracements. I think a test of the 200-day moving average as support will happen, whether it's sooner or later. What's up, Brian's Venson? How you doing, man? Christopher Mum. Crispy, Krish Kong, Crypto Steve O, my guy. Danny H, Dave Digital. We got all the boys. Digital Asset, DGen, Flat Smack. Who else is new in the chat for today? Jeff Dickinson, Bash. What's up, John Wick? Julenberg, Quicker. My guy, Quicker, how you feeling? What's up, Velez, Yoga Frogs? What are you guys thinking? How are you feeling about it? I've been doing a lot of talking. How do you feel about it? What do you think? What's up, Dr. Crypto? Sleepy Eyes, still 100K. Yeah. Johnny Crypto, what's up, man? Long time no talk. Yeah. Well, a lot of people took a break from crypto. I don't blame you. I wish I could have taken a break. You asked a question about Sol 𝐿arsig. You did? Where? I did not see it, my friend. No, you didn't. Unless it was like deleted, I didn't see it. What's your question? Dana Love. Dana Love probably read the whole thing. Surprised everybody break to 83K. 83K is definitely the next pit stop. Like if we keep breaking up, I have almost full confidence that we will at least slow down. Like for days or retrace, like 83. If 83 breaks and we don't like pull back at all, I think that it's like too clear cut of a signal that we're going to continue. I don't know. 𝐿arsig. I didn't see your question. You can ask it again though. New jobs, bought the bombs with the bonus. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, Omir? You sold in May, bought back the first week of school in summer. All right, Dylan, how you doing with that? Long time, Vully. Good to see you. Cheers. Do you mind giving a quick top-down analysis of how you find an entry, David, for Bitcoin? I don't think an entry would is going to be like. Let me see. How would I put this? If I was looking for an entry on Bitcoin, I would be looking at the 200-day moving average. Like at this moment, that's where I'd be waiting. So it'd be about 69K. if we obviously continue up, like this is where it gets hard. It's like, well, what if we just continue up? And anytime you name like an entry that's below price, it's like, well, what if we don't retrace? What if we don't retrace? And the answer is, well, then, you know, it gets harder and harder. And unfortunately, when you're actually in the bull market, you get fewer and fewer actual retracements. You get smaller pullbacks that don't usually go back to significant levels, or like short-lived little bumps, and they just keep out. It keeps your money out. The way I would play it if I was totally sidelined is I would just be waiting for the 200-day moving average at all. I wouldn't be FOMO buying in right now. I'd be waiting. In the worst case scenario, you know, you can see like a super rally. We go to like 93K, right? I would be looking for like maybe, you know, return to this major resistance, 80, 82, 83. Maybe even still back to that 200-day. If I was totally sidelined, the only thing I wouldn't do was go all in on these green candles. If you were totally out and you're feeling terrible and your FOMO is boiling, right? That's how people they get. I don't blame you. There was no reason to be long back here. If you're totally out and your blood's boiling and it's torturing you, then yeah, like maybe add some back. Yeah, like if you're all out, maybe you're just like 10%, just a little nibble, and that way you don't feel like you're totally out of it. Whatever it takes to just get your mind calm. But if you do nibble here, you should probably be ready to watch price go lower, even if it's not today or tomorrow. You accumulated 200 sold before the pump. Nice, L. Well done. We'll retrace, but not by a lot. It's possible. Larsiga never replied. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a comment from the chat. 50K. True. You know, I'm getting excited. I'm enjoying the green candle because we haven't had any green candles, so I'm just leading into it. But nothing is off the table yet. We haven't even set a higher high on the macro. Like, we're still lower highs, lower lows at this point. We have retaken the 200-day, and we've retaken the major bear market support trend. Those are two really compelling signals to me that the bears is coming to an end or potentially even done. Clarity Act passes with the 100K by end of year. Bookmark this. All right. Bookmarked. Those are really compelling things for me. I didn't think that we would get this far this quickly, but nothing's ever off the table. Mr. X77 gifting the membies. Thank you, my guy. Gifting out memberships over on the tube. I'll gift out some as well. Yes, it's a day of gifting. Why is this not working? What's happening? What is happening here? Send them out there. Your prediction: 130K in 27, 175K in 28. My prediction is the next cycle high will be in 2029. What up, bulls? What's up, Kato? What's up, Dylan? The bear market bottom isn't in. This might be setting us up for one heck of a dump. It certainly would be. It certainly would be a heck of a dump. What's up, Torb? Enjoy the membership, Dino. Haha. 77, I got you back, dude. You gifted memberships, and then I gifted them. You got them back. Nice. Nobody expects the Clarity Act to pass. Really? I just don't care about it. This doesn't I don't think it's a big factor. I think it's one of those shiny things that we get kind of like latched onto, and whether it ends up passing or not passing, like just nothing really, it doesn't really matter. Like it passes and nothing really happens price wise, or it gets shut down and they're like, we're never going to pass this. We're deleting this from the docket and nothing really happens. I just don't think it's the biggest, influence on the market. I think what the U.S. Treasury is doing is a much stronger influence. Green again, baby. That's right, Doorboard. What's up, ears? Curb, how are you, man? Now the question, next all-time high target. Dude, it's so hard to do. I don't even know where to start. Like, if we're gonna look at the diminishing returns and say we're gonna have the same diminishing returns, honestly, you would say not much higher than 126. If you're like, well, we saw diminishing returns from the all-time highs from 21 to 24. It only increased. It only increased 81%. Well, we say, okay, well, if that's going to continue, then less than 81%. So what, like less than 230? That'd be so disappointing. What's weird, though, actually, is 83% from the high is higher than the 1618 extension from the current bottom and the previous bull market top. If the equivalent move would have happened in the last market, we would have traded the 175. I think we only traded the 141. Yeah, 141. If we do the exact same, so here's the only way we can really look at this. If we do the exact same fib extension, assuming the low is in for the bear market, looking at like 172. If we do the same percent move from all-time high to all-time high, again, we'd get 231. God, it'd just be so disappointing if in 4 years, it only went up 38%. If I think the Clarity Act doesn't matter, I think the Genius Act doesn't matter. I don't think those things really matter. You can make the argument that before any of this government legislation, any of this involvement happened, the cycles had a lot more gains. And like, I'm not really making this argument, but I'm saying if logically these things mattered, well, it seems like they matter in a way that takes away, right? Like we had ETFs during this cycle, and the cycle sucked. We had more government involvement, more legislation, more whatever, and it sucked. I just don't think that they actually are that important. I don't. I think their importance, if they are important, if I'm wrong, and they are really important, their importance gets priced in so far in advance. Like it's already priced in. Like that when they actually pass it just doesn't do anything. I've watched these crazy events happen in crypto in real time over 7 years live streaming this stuff, and it just like it's always baked in. Like nothing ever really moves the needle. It doesn't seem to matter. What's up, Crypto Q? Weird take? I got a lot of them, man. You got to have a weird take to be right in markets. You can't have a normal average take in markets and ever be right. That's the sad reality. The Fed isn't printing. Now the Treasury is printing. NFL starting just as important as anything in politics. I mean, yeah, I'd agree. Take profits. Take profits, says Tool. It's never a bad idea to take profits. Total crypto market cap is really close. I prefer that, MVK. I prefer to have my opinions in markets feel weird. It's always my best ones. What's up, King Peasant? How you doing, bro? I know you're not hating, dude. Likely will be a sell the news event when it happens. I agree. What's up, Zav? Buy now. If you want. I don't think I would be buying all in or something right now. Can I spell diminishing returns? No. I don't know how to read. I can't spell. Chart the differences in highs and lows in the cycles. Continued stabilization. Yeah. Well, the lows. That would be assuming the low is in now, which is definitely a dangerous practice. We shouldn't fully be like we know for sure the low's in. Like we know for sure that the low was in for 22 and for 18. Time has passed. But any assumptions are going to be made on where it's at now. I think this trend line is honestly a pretty good visualization of those lows being trended. We traded below it for a little bit. Now we're back above. Oh, dude, I don't know what I did doing this military presses, but it's like right here. So tight. So tight. Can you taste it? Yes. And you can definitely smell it. 12:30. Dude, we've been live an hour already. We've been live like multiple days in a row now, back to back for long streams. It's a good reminder actually for me. One thing that you should do is you should join our Discord. No matter where you are listening to this now on TikTok, YouTube, whatever platform, join our Discord. Discord.gg/TomCrown. It's completely free. People are talking there 24 hours a day, chatting. There's live signals. There's all kinds of goodies. It's free. It's not selling you anything. You should check out the sponsors in the video description below. They're also in the Discord. 𝐕 and 𝐹EMEX. Their links are in there. You can sign up from anywhere. You don't need KYC or anything like that. If you use any of my referral links, you will get all the VIP roles in the Discord. It costs you nothing. It's free. You should join that. You should make sure you followed and subscribed. Ooh. Followed and subscribed on all platforms. On all of them. Damn, gold though. Do some dead hangs? Yeah, I might. I need to stretch this. It's like really shitty. Gold is still running. Gold's going to like 5,000. Sign up with the partners. Get in the Discord. Follow. Subscribe. We're going to be live again on Monday at the latest. We've been going live a lot more lately as things have been spicy. I barely looked at any charts today. I've just been rambling. Ranting. That's okay. This is a good stream. Keep your eyes peeled. Your notifications on. You don't want to miss what's coming next. It may be the third day of the Bitcoin bull run, and we are going to be here together.